Welcome back to the Dulowe Deals Real Estate Podcast. I'm your host, Shawn DuLowe, bringing you another deep dive into the South Jersey real estate market. Each month, we break down the latest numbers, trends, and what they mean for you as a buyer, seller, or investor. Today, we're zeroing in on Atlantic County and Cumberland County. We'll compare how both markets are performing, where opportunities exist, and how they stack up against statewide numbers. If you're on the fence about making a move this year, this update should help you see the bigger picture. So let's start out with Atlantic County. Single-family homes actually have more new listings. We're up about 13% year to date, which means buyers finally have more to choose from. Those sales are down about 5% though, meaning not every listing is selling. That's a signal that buyers are being more selective. The median sales price is hovering around $400,000, up about 8% year over year. Prices are still climbing, but not runaway growth. Homes are averaging about 50 days on the market, a bit longer than last year, but still faster than historical norms. Inventory levels jumped to nearly 10 months of supply. To put that in perspective, statewide, we're closer to 3 months. It's a big gap. This shift toward a more balanced or even buyer-leaning market is unique for South Jersey. In North Jersey, you still have multiple offers over asking. Here in Atlantic County, buyers can breathe a little more. Now for condos and townhomes, there's a surge in listing inventory. They're actually up about 25% year over year. The sales slowed, and homes are now taking about 59 days to move. Median price dipped slightly, which means buyers are negotiating more aggressively. Sellers are getting around 96 to 97% of list price, instead of the 100% we saw a couple years ago. This is important for second home buyers and investors. Condos and shore towns are no longer flying off the market. That can mean deals for more people looking for Airbnbs or seasonal rentals. Now moving on to the adult communities, they're one of the biggest shifts. Listings surged, sales fell, but prices skyrocketed. Median price nearly doubled compared to last year, but that's partly because higher end units are selling. Months of supply is extremely high, showing a buyer's market in this niche. Sellers are still getting close to the list price, but it's taking longer to find the right buyer. For retirees, this is a double-edged sword. If you're buying, you've got more options. If you're selling, you'll need patience and sharp pricing to stand out. Now that's pretty much all I have for Atlantic County. Moving on to Cumberland County, let's start out with single-family homes. So new listings are up slightly, but closed sales are down, almost 7%. Demand is weaker, but not collapsing. Median sales price rose to nearly 10%, to about $280,000. For Cumberland, that's a big jump. It reflects strong demand for affordability, since it's one of the last places in New Jersey where you can expect to buy under $300,000. The days on market increased to 51 from 45 last year. Inventory rose to about 3.3 months of supply, which still technically means that it's a seller's market, but it's easing out. Buyers who were priced out of Atlantic or Camden counties are finding value in Cumberland. Investors too. Because entry prices are lower, cash flow potential looks better. Now for condos and townhomes, there's very limited inventory, so numbers can swing wildly. Median prices are up, but only a handful of sales drive that. Homes sell quickly when priced right, but overall volume is very low. For adult communities, like Atlantic County, this segment saw more listings and slower sales. Median prices rose nearly 27% year over year. But small sample sizes mean caution when interpreting. Month supply spiked to double digits, indicating buyers have leverage. For older buyers looking for affordability and community living, Cumberland can be attractive compared to pricier 55-plus developments in Atlantic or Cape May counties. Statewide, single-family median price hit about $625,000, up 7% year over year. Atlantic and Cumberland are well below that, but their growth rates are on par or higher. Inventory statewide rose about 17%, but in South Jersey, it's even higher in condos and 55-plus homes. Condos statewide saw a slight price dip, the same trend we're seeing locally. Adult communities statewide, inventory is up about 58%, prices are up about 8%, and sales are down. Atlantic and Cumberland both mirror that, but with more dramatic swings. South Jersey is diverging from North Jersey. Up north, it's still a high-pressure seller's market. Down here, it's cooling off. It's more balanced, more inventory, and there's more room for negotiation. Now, what this means for you as a buyer, that means there's more inventory, more choices, and less competition, especially true in Atlantic County and in the 55-plus niche. Still, prices are rising, so waiting may not mean savings. For sellers, homes still sell close to asking, but you can't overprice. With more competition, presentation, staging, and pricing strategy matter more than ever. In adult communities, be ready for longer marketing times. For investors, condos and Cumberland single families present opportunity. Rising rents and lower purchase prices in these counties can make for solid cash flow plays. The market is less frenzied than the north, so negotiation power is stronger. So wrapping it all up, Atlantic County is cooling faster than the state overall, while Cumberland County remains an affordable option that's gaining value. Both markets are seeing inventory growth, which is good news for buyers. Sellers are still in a good position, but it's no longer a guaranteed quick sale over asking price. Thanks for tuning in to the Dulowe Deals Real Estate Podcast. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay up to date on the South Jersey real estate market, make sure to subscribe. And if you're thinking about buying or selling, shoot me a call. I'd love to chat. Until next time, keep your eyes on the market and your feet on the ground.